This presentation is intended to show you the design concepts for bike lanes along Main Street from Pennsylvania Avenue to Western Avenue in Oklahoma City. I am Lakeisha Dunbar, and I am the Transportation Program Planner for the city's Planning Department. In this presentation, I will introduce you to the project location, define the origins that led to the purpose and need for this project, provide exhibits for the Main Street corridor existing conditions, provide concepts for the bike facility proposed improvements, provide a tentative timeline, and share how you may participate in the discussion for the proposed corridor plans. The General Pershing Boulevard Main Street project is a mixed on-road bicycle facility project that begins at May Avenue and extends about 2.7 miles east to Walker Avenue. When completed, this will be a primary east-west bike route connecting central downtown to the fairgrounds and to the 8-mile Will Rogers Regional Trail. This route will also directly connect to 15 miles of planned bike route network within the center of Oklahoma City. The purpose and need. The City of Oklahoma City has established 7 strategic priorities, one of which is to develop a transportation system that works for all residents. In support of this priority, the Planning Department developed the city's comprehensive bicycle and pedestrian plan titled Bike Walk OKC. Adopted in 2018, it contains detailed analysis and illustrates robust bicycle, sidewalk, and trail networks for the entire city. The first of 4 goals outlined in the plan is to make walking and cycling safe in Oklahoma City. A PDF of the plan can be viewed at bikewalkokc.org. On page 39 of the Bike Walk OKC document, the General Pershing Main Street Bike Project is planned as a Tier 1 facility from May Avenue to Western Avenue. The plan defines a Tier 1 facility as the highest level of classification of safety consideration for an on-street cyclist, which may include buffers and/or delineators. Subsequent to the adoption of the plan in 2018, the city allocated Better Street, Safer City sales tax funds for the construction of this project, and it has been scheduled to be coordinated with a planned 2017 bond-funded resurfacing project. The overall project is being constructed in multiple phases and will connect to an existing bike route on Main Street from Lee Avenue to Walker Avenue. Phase 1 of the General Pershing Main Street project is 85% constructed and extends along General Pershing from May Avenue to Pennsylvania Avenue. Illustrated in the photograph, Phase 1 is a protected bike facility with a generous buffer and delineators or pylons that provide ample separation between motorists and cyclists. Phase 2, extending along Main Street from Western Avenue to Lee Avenue, is also 85% constructed. Due to frequent on-street parking locations and the limited width of the roadway, this segment is a traditional bike lane with a modest buffer on the parking side to protect cyclists from opening car doors. The remainder of this presentation focuses on Phase 3 of the project that extends along Main Street from Pennsylvania Avenue to Western Avenue. This 1-mile section is primarily a commercial area with mixed uses of storefronts and warehouses. With Phase 3 located in between Phase 1 to the west and Phase 2 to the east, it is vital that this segment is completed. It is planned for Phase 3 to have bike lanes on both sides of the street, and these details will be discussed over the next few slides. Existing conditions. For the purposes of this presentation, the focus of this project is on Main Street, specifically the segments between Pennsylvania Avenue and Western Avenue. This 1-mile portion has a posted speed limit of 35 miles per hour. It is an active bus route and carries less than 10,000 vehicles per day. Along this stretch of road, there are 4 segments with distinct cross sections. Starting at Pennsylvania and ending at Virginia Avenue, there are 4 travel lanes, 2 in each direction with a center turn lane. Parking is currently prohibited in this block with posted signage. Just east of Virginia Avenue, this segment ending at Kentucky Avenue has 4 travel lanes, 2 in each direction with some angled parking spaces on the north side of the street and parallel parking on the south side of the street. East of Kentucky Avenue, extending to Indiana Avenue, this segment continues with 4 travel lanes, 2 in each direction, with opportunities for on-street parallel parking on both the north and south sides of the street. Continuing with existing conditions, the remainder of the Phase 3 portion of the project, extending east of Indiana Avenue to Western Avenue, is more than 60% of the length of the overall Phase 3 project. The roadway narrows significantly east of Indiana Avenue by about 20 feet and consists of only 4 travel lanes, 2 in each direction. Parking is permissible in the outer lanes. However, the current pavement striping does not define the best locations to support on-road parallel parking, and in some locations, vehicles are often parked behind the curb, impacting sidewalk accessibility. Proposed improvements. The proposed bike project consists of 2 typical designs based on the available right-of-way and current road conditions. Starting at Pennsylvania Avenue, extending to Indiana Avenue, the proposed bike facility would include 3 travel lanes, 1 in each direction with a center turn lane, a buffered bike lane in each direction, and dedicated parallel on-street parking on both the north and south sides of the road. In order to accommodate the best circulation for cyclists and drivers, the city is proposing to modify locations for parking to current safety standards. Parking locations will vary and are determined by the number and location of existing driveways. Continuing the proposed improvements for Phase 3, the second proposed design is for the section east of Indiana Avenue, extending to Western Avenue. Again, the road narrows significantly than its adjacent segment to the west, so the proposed design limits it to 2 travel lanes, 1 in each direction, with 2 buffered bike lanes and parking only on the south side of the street. In order to accommodate the best circulation for cyclists and drivers, the city is proposing to modify locations for parking to current safety standards. Parking locations will vary and are determined by the number and location of existing driveways. The timeline. The city has hired an engineering consultant to design the bike facility for this project, and the Phase 3 designs are about 35% complete. Concrete repairs along the corridor have commenced with an expected completion by early spring. The concrete repairs will be followed by milling and pavement resurfacing of the travel lanes with an expected completion of early summer, and then immediately followed with the installation of pavement striping to include the proposed bike lanes and parking modifications. The entire project is expected to be completed late summer 2021. To wrap up this presentation, the city is soliciting comments regarding this project. Postcards were mailed announcing this project to the adjacent property owners, and business operators and city staff plans to visit with key business locations that may be directly impacted. For additional project mapping and details, you may visit the city's project webpage at okc.gov/Main Street Bike Project. Comments may also be submitted either by a comment form that can be found on the webpage or sending me an email. Your input is important to us, and we want to hear from you on the proposed design concepts. So please take the opportunity to provide comments by the May 9th deadline. Thank you for your time and listening to the presentation, and we look forward to you providing us with comments.